the second best match of the night, which was the opener of the match. This was the greatest moment for me, just in general, that I didn't know that I wanted. So this match was between, and where is my notes? Okay, so we had this match was between Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Roxanne Perez, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Liv Morgan. Okay, so at first we have, it comes out, it's really great, it's amazing. Alexa Bliss comes out first. I think that's the right order. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Then came Bayley. Then came Roxanne. Then came Bianca. Then came Liv. And then last was Naomi. I could be wrong. So we have the whole, Naomi comes out and Bayley is just beyond excited. Naomi is beyond, not who else? Everyone is just beyond excited for Naomi. Bayley's dancing. Bianca's like, yay! And I thought, like, this is gonna be a good, easy match. This is gonna be simple. And then all of a sudden, they come in and it's gonna be Liv Morgan, and it's going to be, oh my gosh, it's the Naomi, not Trinity, Naomi, and it's gonna be great. All of a sudden, Jade Cargill walks out. And she is walking out. This woman has such a purpose. She has a mission, and she's
Look at that
amazing.
physique. Jesus Christ.
Look at that body. Look at her.
Wow.
Look at the height. Everything is just, it's a work of art. It's a masterpiece. And you see how she looks, right? She doesn't say anything. Right? She's just walking down there and she looks directly at Liv. And what does she says? I know it was you. Liv Morgan is freaking out. She's saying it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Right? But here's what kind of happens that's interesting. Now we know that Jade Cargill was taken out by someone. It is assumed that is Liv Morgan and who was the other one? Help me, Jesus.
Oh, it's Raquel?
Raquel.
So it's supposed to assume we know, oh, it's them. She says it's you. Liv is freaking out. She's saying it's not me. It's someone else. She starts shrieking. Here's the thing. Bianca and Naomi look at each other. And if your girl has been out for so long, yes, your friend, your mate, and you see him again, aren't you going to be excited? Aren't you going to smile? Aren't you going to have your feet kicking in the air? Yay, we're back again. The three amigos, they look at each other like, oh, right? So they look at each other, and then all of a sudden, why is Bianca, who's in her pod, starts taking off her jacket? Like she's preparing for something. Right? That's a weird way to act, isn't it? She takes off her jacket. And then as Jade walks into the ring, she's directly beeline to Liv. All of a sudden, Bianca looks back again at Naomi. They smile. It's not like one person smiles, like, oh, she's back, we good. They both smile at each other like, we good, right? She starts smiling. And then all of a sudden, Naomi goes and she looks at that Jade. And like get her. That kind of thing. Like, yeah. That kind of thing. So she's doing a little nod. And then all of a sudden, she says it was you. Jade says it was you. Goes directly at Liv. All of a sudden, she beelines it towards Naomi. And destroys Naomi. She attacks her. She's beating her down to a pulp. She's slamming her into the pod. Bianca has lost her mind. This is when the Emmys start coming in. This is a full-blown Emmy nomination performance. She's screaming. Why? Not like, why would you do this? Like, Naomi, why would you do this? But like, why is she attacking her? It is like complete to the point where, I don't know, and I will get your opinions, maybe a little oversell. You know how sometimes you want to be like the innocent one, so you play like extra sharp, like, oh, what happened? That kind of thing. A little soap opera. So she's pounding on the glass. Oh my God! Why? Oh my God! Get me out of here! She's screaming. Get me out of here! Right? Jade is beating this woman up, slamming her all around. She drop kicks her. Drop kicks her almost through the pod. She drop kicks my girl in the throat, neck, not on the thing. She's on the ground. She's on the ground where it's closer to the entrance of the elimination chamber. Jade, again, aside from just saying it was you, goes directly towards her again, slams the door on Naomi. Naomi sprawled out. The wig is almost everywhere. Hair is flying. Bianca's hysterical. She looked good though, but she's screaming and just crying. Right? All of a sudden she's crying and screaming. The EMS runs in. They have to like peel her off the ground. Bianca still and Jade is like pounding her. Then she walks back out with that fine, delicious physique. Look at the just deliciousness for no reason. Why does she look this way?
Looking
She's
like a Hershey
gorgeous.
kiss.
She looked like all the Hershey's and the kisses. She looked like she looked like she is Hershey. Why? Oh, God, gorgeous. Again, God, just I hate it. Like I look like a potato. Point is, so that happens, right? What does Liv do? Liv starts laughing at Bianca. What did she say? I told you it wasn't me. I told you it wasn't me. And Bianca's like, I don't care. She gotta say, shut up, shut up, shut up. Screaming, hysterical. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. The pot opens because Naomi's dead. We get the announcer. Naomi has died. She is no longer in this match. Rest in peace. The funeral will be on Monday. Right? The pot opens. Bianca goes directly towards the opening where Naomi's still sprawled out, half dead. EMS is trying to get to her. They doing CPR and everything. And she's just looking. She doesn't run out to help her. She doesn't walk out with her. She doesn't say, screw it. I'm not doing this elimination chamber. That's my booby doo. We have to talk. We have to figure something out. Let me even go and stop Jade. Because clearly there's a misunderstanding. She goes back inside and they start to wrestle. What are your thoughts with that segment, Ricky?
Okay. So I'm very, very happy that you noticed that body language as well.
Slow motion, I watched it.
Like I went back and watched that because it was such a cool segment. But the fact that Naomi and Bianca looked shook rather than happy that their friend was back, I was like, But the thing was this. They had said before that they had been trying to contact Jade and she wasn't answering her phone, whatever. She's recuperating or something. Because Jade's plotting her revenge, so she's not going to give any indication of that. But here's the thing. I still think Bianca did it. Because if you look at the evidence, Jade was seen on top of that car with the windshield broken. That's like a body slam or something. All due respect to Naomi, she cannot do that to Jade. But you know who can do that is someone strong like Bianca. Now the thing is, why did Jade go after Naomi and didn't bark at Bianca? Because Jade doesn't think Bianca had anything to do with it. She thinks it was all Naomi. I don't know how, but I have this feeling that Bianca framed Naomi and to get Jade to it. I have a feeling. I'm telling you, there's something's not right about this because you have to remember the jacket. Why was she taking off the jacket like she was ready to fight the moment that Jade come down? Wouldn't you feel assured and safe? But she's like, oh, let me get ready because, if she knows the truth, she's about to come after me. I better be ready. And then that was it. And then it was time for the Oscar, the Oscar performance. What it is with me though is the long term booking. If you remember going back to last year when Bayley won the Royal Rumble and was going to face Io Sky for the belt at WrestleMania, Bianca was like, "To hell with you, Bayley. I remember what you did as part of what were they, Damage Control?
Damage Control.
Yeah, I remember all the hell that you caused me, and now all of a sudden you're good. I don't buy it." And he's telling Naomi, "Don't believe her." Like they were teasing the Bianca heel turn last year, and so now you have Jade into the picture. There's a few things. Here's my thing. Bianca's definitely in on it. It's possible that Naomi's on it too, and that they're both heels. And they could just say, "Oh, here comes Jade. You're coming into our company, and you're trying to steal our shine, coming to join us and ride our coattails. We didn't need you." That kind of thing. It could have been something like that. Maybe they were both in on it. That's probably more plausible. But for me, the thing with Naomi is just like, if you were guilty of it and you see that Jade's entering that cage, wouldn't you be running like heck knowing what Jade could do to you? She didn't run. She thought she was good. So I feel like, and even like when you see Naomi being stretchered out, I mean, I might be looking too deep into this. It just seemed like her body language looked like someone that was confused. Like she didn't fight back or anything. So I almost feel like Naomi was blindsided by this. And that would make it even more treacherous of Bianca. If she sold her friend out to take that beating, like this could build up to something really, really, really fascinating depending on how they do it. But I think it's, I mean, the most plausible thing is Naomi did it and she's a heel now and Bianca's a face and what have you. But I feel like there's still more to this than we know. That's just my theory on that. So I just spent like 5 or 10 minutes talking about that part. Do you want me to talk about the match or just that part?
Just that part, because then we'll get to the match, because that is a whole separate entity, kinda. It connects. But I wanted to get Danny. What is your theories? Were we alone? Were we together? Is Jade completely wrong? Was it actually Raquel? Because Jade left out crying. She crying.
Yeah. No, I kind of agree with Ricardo. I think it can go either way. I think they're either both in on it, or Bianca did frame Naomi, because that's, and I guess I can make this a lot quicker for myself because I didn't get to see the actual full thing. I had to look at a clip because I kind of joined the event late. But it seemed like Naomi was like surprised. She was like expecting, oh yeah, my friend's here, and then all of a sudden, Jade turns around and starts wailing on Naomi, and I don't think she expected it. But it could have been either like a true like unexpected feeling, or maybe she didn't know that Jade knew who were the real culprits or culprit. So I think it go either way, but I still just like the idea in general of a heel Bianca. And I think whoever Bianca, whatever happens with Bianca during WrestleMania, I think Jade Cargill in the end is gonna like screw her over. So I think I think honestly, my prediction is pretty much in WrestleMania is that what's her name still retains the title because Jade is going to screw Bianca over, and there's going to be a feud with that.
Okay, so we have Bianca. Go on.
So I just wanted to follow on what Danny mentioned about that. With the thing with Naomi, it's just something I was thinking about as Danny was talking, is that we go back to body language. You remember usually with heels or whatever, when they feel like they're safe, they'll have like a smug look, like oh, you're gonna get it, Liv. You're gonna get it. We know it was you. You're gonna get it. She didn't have that smug look. She was confused. She was like, why are you coming out here now? What's going on? Like the ones that are being the most deceptive will usually have that body language, like, yeah, like, especially when you saw Jade point at Liv and be like, I know it was you. That's like, you think Naomi would be like, yeah, get her, go get her, but she was still like, we're starting a match right now. What's going on? Like, I think it's very plausible that Naomi was not in on it and was a victim in all of this, of Bianca being deceptive. And I do agree with Danny. I think that Jade's going to get involved in that match. Rhea will probably retain because of Jade, and that will lead to a Jade Bianca program down the line. Now, how they build to that, who knows? Now, Dana, what do you think?
I'm sorry. We're getting a double heel turn. It was absolutely Bianca. She was so extra. And then we'll talk about, because they did the press conference thing where she was just even more extra. So when you're that extra, you're guilty. But the thing with me is this. If Bianca acted alone, why did Naomi turn to her and smirk? She turned to her like, and smirked. As if it wasn't like, oh, Liv is about to get her just due. It was, we got away with it. They became comfortable because Bianca wasn't comfortable at first. She took off that jacket and was ready to fight. And then when Jade said, I know it was you, she went to Bianca. Naomi looked at Bianca like, we did it. That kind of thing. And this is why I feel that they're going to do a double heel, where it was, Naomi is going to be framed for it. And then we all know that it's already Bianca. And then when they have their match, I feel that Naomi is going to interfere and be like, it was also me. Sorry, it was also me. Sorry. It was also me. And then that's how they end up getting her again. My soul is like they're both in on it. It's the smirking, it's the nod, like, hey, we did it, and we won.
Well, let me play
It
devil's
just okay.
To Naomi's reaction of when Jade said, "I know it was you," to Liv. If we assume that Naomi's innocent, she's still under this impression that Liv was responsible, that Liv and Raquel were responsible. So having Jade being like, "I know it was you," to Liv, she might still think that that's what's happening. So that's why she wasn't ready when Jade came and completely like wrecked her. The way these things go, like, it'll probably just be that Naomi was in on it all the time and she's a heel and everything. But I think there's enough nuance in there to the reactions and all that it's possible that Naomi was innocent in this. And I'm very fascinated to see where this goes.
I'm fascinated too, but it just felt like this thing where like they just both. It was that black nod when you see another black person on the street and you just like, hey, hey. It just felt like that. It felt like this connection between these two women that just there are no words for. And I really, really felt that they were in on it. They both did it, and the whole reason, from my understanding, remember, was to make sure that Naomi got there. Right? No, to make sure that it was either to make sure Naomi got into the Elimination Chamber, or it was either Naomi or Bianca, one of the two. That to me was like the whole premise. There's a reason as to why they did it.
Well,
but I just felt like in order to do it, you had to work together.
You're talking about like why Jade was taken out?
Yeah.
Well, Jay was taken out, and then Naomi was able to come in and be the tag. But this
Right.
happened in November. That's way before the
It
change.
just felt like it ain't feel right. It just didn't. It just felt like they both. And I think it's more than like, oh, we're jealous of you. It felt like there was something more. It felt like there was a reason they both got into that elimination chamber by crossing Jade. They knocked her both out. And because hey, if you look at it this way, Naomi in WWE ever since she returned from TNA has been an afterthought, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Bianca in this case has always had more power than Naomi. We're going to devise this plan together so that we get in together. Because Jade is always the spotlight in the shine. Bianca is always also the powerhouse. Naomi is nobody in terms of the story and
She
the company
glows.
how they treat her. And she'll help everybody else, but she's always there, as treated as a nobody.
Yeah.
So it just has to make sense. Naomi needs also a reason as to why this would happen. And I think them working together, being a team, is the only way for this to happen because they got in together. So what was going to be the plan if Jade never came in? They was going to just face each other and hug it out like Punk and Cena. I don't know, but overall for me, the story worked out. So I say both, and both of you guys say it was just Bianca.
Well, I think the fascinating thing about this is the story that they are telling us at face value is that Naomi did it and that Bianca's innocent. And I think that there's more to it than meets the eye. I think that there's a lot. There's another twist waiting. That's just how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the easy route. It can go either way, and I'll be happy either way. Honestly, if they're both end up being like a double heel thing, or it was just Bianca kind of like being conniving and stuff, I love it either way.
I love it either way. I still say that it was both of them. I love the fact that Jade was crying at the end because it hurt her. She had to do it, but it hurt her, and I was just everyone sold that so well. Emmys and Liv just screaming, "I told you it wasn't me." She's screaming, and Bianca's like, "Shut up!" So it worked, and we have like what is it, 6 weeks? So we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to end at WrestleMania because it's just so good.